easily fetch up to 15 cows, the equivalent of just over $10,000.
Sis is worth 15 cows.
Ooh, come on, man. Okay.
That's equivalent to $10,000.
15 cows.
Cough it up.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we are back with another American reaction.
Yes.
Super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell because we're on the road to 100K. And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
In our week-long series, we're calling it World of Weddings. I love this series. We're traveling all around the world, reporting on unique ceremonies and looking at what marriage means in different countries. So today we're going to South Africa, where as recently as the 1980s, mixed-race marriages were illegal under apartheid. Now couples are allowed to choose who they marry. But the different backgrounds can bring some challenges, you could say. Deborah Pato went to Pretoria to explore one of those weddings.
This is a true celebration of love across racial and cultural barriers. But although apartheid is over in South Africa, weddings like this one are still the exception to the norm. Two worlds collide as the Maselas and the Daltons come together for the marriage of their children, Mante and Andrew. The groom's mother, Hazel Dalton, wipes away tears. Nobody underestimates the importance of this moment.
I don't think she's I don't think she's familiar with the sounds. Cause she's looking around like I know, right? It's dope. But at the end of the day, it's her reaction to it. She's like, yeah, like this is new to me almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Celebrating love across the color line. Once outlawed and punishable by prison, this would have been unimaginable in apartheid South Africa.
My grandmother, who unfortunately isn't here to this day, she was more excited than anyone else because she's like, this is exactly what Nelson Mandela fought for.
Wow.
It's also a celebration across cultural lines. They're here to negotiate a bride price known as lobola. Traditionally a means to cement ties between two families.
Now this is interesting.
Yeah.
Seeing, you know, a biracial marriage. You call it biracial or multiracial? What you call it?
I thought it was interracial.
Interracial, yeah, that's right.
Which one is
it? Biracial?
I don't know.
Interracial marriage. And seeing him, you know, doing the customs.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I wonder how much of like him having to learn this did he have to get involved in, or is this just like was this like a conversation he needed to have first, or
I don't know, like did her parents and his parents
have that sit down?
I had to make sure I said it right. Yeah, have that initial sit down.
What
like,
is it called when they bring like, you know, things over
the dowry?
for the dowry? Like,
yeah,
his parents have to do that for her, or
I don't know. They negotiating the bride price right now.
Bro, let me tell you what, this is what we're going to do. No, I'm joking.
Mante is Pedi, one of South Africa's many ethnic groups. Andrew's family's from England. Lobola is a centuries-old tradition that used to be paid in cattle, but that's a little complicated in these modern times.
At first I was a little bit skeptical because obviously, again, something's new to me, but you have to go in with an open mind and you have to respect the culture and the family. And at the end of the day, if I want to marry Mante, that's something I'm going to have to do.
The amount that we'd agreed upon.
The final amount is confidential. A young, well-educated woman like Mante could easily fetch up to 15 cows, the equivalent of just over $10,000.
Sis is worth 15 cows.
Ooh, come on, man. Okay.
That's equivalent to $10,000.
15 cows.
Cough it up.
Let's get it.
But as Mante gets ready, she acknowledges it's not always easy being a modern couple navigating traditional African customs.
We're just doing what we need to do in this period to make our parents happy, and then We go back to our normal lives where we don't have to fall into the gender roles.
Right now, though, she has more pressing concerns.
But I'm also nervous about his dancing, so...
Yeah. Like one of those white men who can't dance?
Yeah.
That's funny.
But he's gonna try. He's trying to practice the moves.
There's a thoughtful, it's slightly misplaced nod to Andrew's heritage. Clearly, nobody seems to mind that Scotland and England are completely different nations. But for the most part, it is a thoroughly African affair, which includes being schooled in how to be a good wife. The traditional ceremony is part of 10 days of festivities.
10 days?
Let's get it.
Oh, look, wait a minute.
Let's go. 10 days.
I'm tired.
I do a day and a few, early morning.
I do a couple hours. After that, I'm ready to go home and go to sleep. 10 days, y'all. 10 of them. Oh, God.
That's like partying nonstop.
I thought y'all say 3.
Well,
Not 10.
They got 10.
Oh, Lord. I do like that the bride, the bride made sure to get a little bit of his tradition in there.
Yeah, I think that was unique, and having them to come all the way down, you know what I'm saying, and support in that type of way. They get to see what his roots is like as well. So I think that's pretty, that's awesome.
God is a thoroughly modern wedding at a wine farm outside Cape Town. This time, it was very much Monte and Andrew's event. Their friends flew in from around the world for the big day, part 2. There were the usual wedding day nerves and the bride's almost obligatory late arrival, followed by the joyful walk down the aisle on her father's arm.
The two of us
The two of us
are a united front.
are a united front.
Do it, girl.
Do it, girl. Come on, man.
And then it was time to party,
For 10 days.
where Andrew's dance moves were finally put to the test.
You got a little something,
I
something.
see something going on.
Majikane, who lived through apartheid, there's even more cause to celebrate.
I think I seen a
Love
name
knows
in
no
there.
boundaries. And because of love knows no boundaries, in those days, love would know boundaries, because then you'd be arrested for having it. So it's the proudest day of my life.
And now, 3 decades on, while weddings like this are still unusual, for Monte and Andrew it feels completely natural. They're just 2 young people deeply in love.
For Monte and Andrew, this is the joyous beginning
Oh, they
of
back
their
there, look.
married life. But for the older generation,
This must
this
be
is
day
so much bigger. Another way in which Nelson Mandela's dream of a non-racial society is being realized. For CBS This Morning, I'm Deborah Patter in Pretoria, South Africa.
Let's
All
go,
right.
man. Well,
First of all, we have to talk about our people, our South Africans. Throughout this whole video, you never seen nobody just standing around, just mean mugging. Everybody was happy, joyful, singing, laughing, dancing.
Right.
I love that about South Africa.
That's facts. They had to go deep into their roots to really, get the meaning on what love was. Again, they spoke on Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
This is something he would have definitely wanted to see, and for them to mention that and do what they do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's beautiful. And love don't have no boundaries, so you can't put a ceiling, you can't put a limit on that.
Right. This was a joyous moment for them.
It was.
I could not imagine somebody telling me I couldn't marry my husband. I mean, of course, we both black, but
right. I was like, hold on.
seriously, know what I'm saying? Like, people having a say in the intimate details of your life.
Intimate details. That's a nice way to put it.
Right. Like, people were, in the United States, people were jailed, hung on a tree, and all that just for, things like this. So, history is ugly, but
let us know how y'all.
Nice that they were able to get here.
It was nice. Let us know how y'all feel in the comment section if you guys made it all the way through to the end of this video with us, and let us know how often do you see these type of relationships get together and these marriages pop off. You know what I'm saying? That's interesting for us. We like to know more about it. Yeah.
So like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way.
Yes.
As well as our join feature to become a VIP member of the channel. Send in your reaction request to our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.